Welcome back to American Warrior Radio right here on AM 1300 WMEL, the Talk to Me station. We have the Executive Director of AVET Project, Kim Cohn, here with some special invites and news and notes in the local areas. So please grab a pen. Glenn, you're always telling everybody to grab a pen. These are some important things coming up that you want to get involved in. It's a great opportunity for you to become part of the veteran and military community. So Kim, I'm turning it over to you. What do we got?
Very good. Right now, for the month of September, we have UNO's fundraising. So we have coupons. If you go on Facebook, you can print out a coupon, take it in, and we get 20% of their proceeds coming back to us. So thank you again, UNO's. Also today going on and tomorrow is Luis Petraeus' house being built.
Luis Puertas.
Puertas, sorry. Okay. Being built over in Orlando. So if you're looking for something to do, they could sure use some help. Again, that information is on AVET Project.
Now,
Facebook
hold on. Let's talk about this. Luis is a wonderful young man. We've had him through AVET Project. We were able to get him a van because he is a double amputee based on an IED explosion over in Iraq. And he's attended our PR&R, our Project Recuperation and Reintegration Retreats. Just an awesome young soldier, a real stellar example. So what is it? He's getting a house built?
Yeah, Homes for Our Troops actually is building him a home, which is just wonderful because we all know that he needs it. And that's over in Orlando. Again, more information on that on Facebook page.
So, folks, if you want to go hammer some nails or do some
this weekend,
construction cleanup, whatever.
That's exactly right. Okay, so then October 9th, mark your calendars. As you might have heard earlier on the radio, we have Jeff Bodine. We got a ride going in, starting at your American Legion where they serve breakfast. Okay, so there's a number of them, along with stopping at Veterans Memorial Center at 11 o'clock, where Garen is going to share some important information on VA benefits. From there, we're going to head over to Jeff Bodine's around 12 noonish.
That's Jeff Bodine's Honda Power Sports of Melbourne.
That's right, exactly, 790 South Apollo Drive in Melbourne. Jeff is going to be present. He'll be signing autographs and taking photos. And in case y'all didn't know, Jeff Bodine also is a military veteran.
National Guardsman. We've had him on AWR. Yes, Glenn?
Oh, absolutely. It was so fun to talk with Jeff, and he's such a great person, and I think that's going to be a wonderful event out there, and I urge everybody to participate in that, particularly those of you out there that are riders.
Yeah, definitely, but it's not just for motorcycle riders. Go ahead and you can come in your cars or whatever. Follow us down to Veterans Memorial Center, again, 11 o'clock, and then from there we're going to head over to Jeff Bodine's.
What's that, Jeff Bodine's? What do we have going on?
Okay, we've got Uno's is going to be providing some food along with adult beverages. We'll have some vendors there selling other things that are not motorcycle related because Jeff's got that all covered. So we've got music entertainment from DJ Gene Marine. It'll be a good time. We've got lots of things going on.
October 9th from 12 to 4.
That is Sunday, exactly. Sunday, October 9th. Okay, so November 1st we have coming up. We're going to be welcoming the USS Ponce LPD 15, and they've got a crew of 600 plus. We are going to be feeding them on Tuesday, November 1st, that evening. We are looking for donations, people. We need your help. 600, okay? 600 is quite a bit. So we need meat, chicken, shrimp, food, people to help serve and whatnot. We've got the Military Affairs Council with Cocoa Beach Chamber that is helping us on that. And then one more on Veterans Day. That's Friday, November 11th. We're going to have a veterans meet and greet at the International Palms Resort, and that's $25 for a ticket. You can find out more information about that on Facebook page, AVET Project. See y'all later.
So just to recap, it's really important, everybody. October 9th, Jeff Bodine's Honda Power Sports of Melbourne. That's the most immediate one coming up. And we've got lots of other events, and you can find out all this information. Go to avetproject.org. That's an acronym for
American Veterans Empowerment Team.
And we mean that, folks, and we need your help to carry all this off. We need donations, financial donations. We need volunteer donations, both on the 9th and basically everything and anything we get involved with. But that one that Kim mentioned, the USS Ponce making a port call, is going to be an incredible experience for the community, and we want to make it really, really special for the soldiers, the sailors and the Marines, because this is a joint ship.
Isn't that the one that's the only ship that home ports in Cape Canaveral?
Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that they're going to be decommissioning the ship before long. It's been over in the Saudi Arabia neighborhood doing all kinds of good work to protect our freedoms there.
That's wonderful.
It is, and it's going to be a big deal, and we need lots of volunteers out there for the feed that we're going to give them, and we need money, folks. We need money, whether you have cash or whether you have donations of some wonderful meat. We want to make this a really special time for them. So get in touch with us, avetproject.org. Go to the homepage, bottom left corner, click on the Facebook icon. You don't have to be a member of Facebook. Don't be scared away because it says Facebook. You don't have to be a member. Just click on there, and it'll take you right to it, and you can look at all the events. You may not be able to do all the things, but you can certainly find out what's going on, contact names and information and stuff. And we are working in concert with the Cocoa Beach Chamber of Commerce Military Affairs Council. A lot of good people out there serving the community. Encourage everybody to get involved. So that's kind of your news and notes of the day here in Brevard County. Yeah, you can phone AVET Project. I'll throw this out to you. Area code 321-373-7046. 373-7046. Folks, we're just asking you to get involved. If you can donate, please do so. Glenn, next topic. We just covered that Veterans Court, and I know we probably just touched on it. There's so much more we could talk about, but you have some other really important issues we want to get out there.
Yeah, and I'm just going to give you a high side pass here and touch on the current issues of the day regarding the VA pension program. Many people out there think it's the A&A program. Well, A&A is just part of the VA pension program, but I don't have time to explain that distinction today.
Aid and attendance, but that's like
aid and attendance is a medical determination that you need help with many of your adult daily living activities, such as medicine management, bathing, feeding, cooking. You just basically can't live alone. You need somebody to help monitor and keep you in the VA's term as a protected environment.
But that's an add-on. You have to first be qualified through the NSC program.
That's right. And to qualify for that, you must be a veteran who has a minimum of 90 days active duty or 2 years or more after 1980. And one of those days of active duty has to fall during a period of war. So let me tell you something, for the younger crowd out there, hopefully you're not in need of an assisted living facility or nursing home at this stage, but everybody who came on active duty from 1 August 1990 till today or tomorrow or any day you enlist, you have wartime service. So you meet that criteria of 1 day or more wartime service. Now, the other wartime service things are basically what we're talking about now is World War II, Vietnam, and Korea, and then the Gulf War. We had a long stretch in there, about 15-year period of time between Vietnam
and the Cold War.
And yeah, we had the Cold War period, and that ended on 1 August 1990 when we cranked up the Gulf War to pay back some people that deserve being paid back.
Oh yeah.
Secondly, we're just going to talk to the people who are over 65. You don't have to meet the medical criteria anymore. If you're over 65, the VA presumes that you are totally disabled. And then thirdly, you must have income, family income. So if you're married, that includes your spouse's income, which includes Social Security. That's income, any income you've got coming in. And assets, and the basic asset/net worth test is $80,000. That does not include a home or a car. So your biggest thing you own,
domicile and your wheels are excluded from that calculation.
Yeah, the biggest thing you own, your home, is not included in that calculation. So that's a good thing.
So this is all monetarily based. This is based on income and what have you.
That's right.
But you have to be, if you're under 65, you have to be deemed medically 100% disabled.
That's correct, and
okay.
then we would have to help you get together medical evidence to show that you can no longer work, that you're permanently and totally disabled for medical reasons. This does not have to be service-connected medical reasons. This is called the non-service connected pension program.
Non-service connected pension. So what do they get out of it?
Okay, well, anywhere from like $985 a month for a single veteran up to $1,949 a month for a married couple. Now, bear in mind, I just told you, it's an income and net worth based program. The income works like this. Whatever your family income is subtracted from whatever level of pension you might qualify for. So let's say you're a married couple and you're meet the aid and attendance medical criteria. So the maximum pension you could qualify for is $1,949. If your combined income monthly for both of you, gross income, by the way, before anything's taken out, is $1,900, you would qualify for $49. That's to give you an example of how it works.
Okay, that puts it into perspective. It's still worth filing for. It's $50 you didn't have before.
Yeah, here's the big, this is the if and or but world of VA benefits. Here's the big but. Yeah, that's the help for you, and that's if the veteran, or in cases where the veteran has passed, the surviving spouse goes into an assisted living facility. That's one example. The cost of that assisted living facility, because it's fixed every month, can be subtracted from the income. So if you have $1,000 worth of income and the home costs $2,000, and you subtract $2,000 from $1,000, you have no income as far as the VA is concerned, and that will help you qualify for a maximum pension. In the case of a married veteran couple, again, that's $1,949. Where a lot of people get misinformation out there is they think, I'm going to get this pension, then I can afford to go into an assisted living facility. No, you have to be in the assisted living facility, responsible for paying the bill, before you can submit the application, before you can qualify for consideration for this pension program. Now, I want to tell you, it's what, in my mind, after over 20 years of doing this business, this is one, if not the most complex veteran programs there are. There are so many if and or buts about eligibility and what income counts and what income doesn't count that you need our help. You need somebody that knows what's going on. And of course, we're out in the County Government Center in Bravo building on the first floor, Suite 102. And you can reach us at 633-2012, 633-2012. The last thought I want to leave you with on this program is there's a whole bunch too many people out there who are charging you money to help you file this claim.
We don't like that.
And then when you get the big package, the follow-up package, they're not there anymore to help you out, and you're reading all this legalese stuff that's gobbledygook, and you don't know what's important and what's not important, and you're going crazy. If you start with us, stay with us. If you start with one of them and unfortunately shell out some money you shouldn't, because our services are absolutely free, never a charge. If you start out with one of them and pay some money and then you get this big package, come see us. We know what to do with it. We know how to keep you on the straight and narrow. We know how to maximize your opportunity to get this benefit. And it's a great benefit, particularly for those who are in assisted living facilities. It makes a difference for a heck of a lot of people in our county and across the nation as to whether or not they can stay in an assisted living facility where they need to be. So that's it for the pension program today. We've got our final guest of the day on the line. So give us an introduction there, Jared.
I have to say we are so pleased to have on the line with us a gentleman who has served in our United States military and has been a great supporter of AVET Project, has recently, as a private contractor, gone back there to continue to serve his country in a different capacity, but under the same conditions. There are still people trying to take his head off. We have on the line with us Bill Lease. Can you hear me? How you doing, Bill?
I can hear you.
Well,
ain't no one gonna take my head off, trust me.
yeah, you're a trooper. I'm just so glad you were able to join us today on American Warrior Radio. There's like a little time difference here. So what time is it over there right now?
You got the 8, hold on.
Coming up on,
18.
yeah.
18.
Well, thanks for staying up late to join us. Bill, it's super important for our audience to get kind of a snapshot of what's going on the ground. Without giving us too much information, what are you doing and where are you right now?
I'm in, it's hard for me because the phone I'm on is an Afghanistan cell phone, and it's monitored by the Pakistanis and the bad guys, so I'm not going to give out too much information.
Okay.
But, yeah, I am in Afghanistan, southern.
You're in southern Afghanistan at one of the forward operating bases.
Right, in Pakistan, about on 3 sides of me.
So give us a feel for, you just mentioned that you're under close scrutiny from the bad guys. What's the general sense? Now, you've done active duty military over there. Now you're there in a different capacity. Have things improved since you were last there? Are they the same? How would you describe the overall feel or sense you get from going back?
Well, brother, when I was here, it was 2001. We didn't have nothing. We had to support ourselves. So, yeah, the improvements have really, really changed. Soldiers are still out there working hard, still getting hit, but heck, that's what we sign our names to the dotted line for, right? That's what we love our country for.
Any gains in the infrastructure? I mean, yeah, a lot of years have passed since you were there.
Yeah, we had. We still got tents, but we also got brick and mortar too. So,
and
when the alarm does go off, you do have a bunker to run to, or you have a brick and mortar to run to. So.
And how often are you guys getting subject to these enemy attacks or having bombs or?
That I'm not. That I'm not going to put out. Sorry.
Well, that's okay.
Because I'm sure Mr. Rose is probably listening, and Mr. Rose will kick my ass. So. Sorry about that.
Well, I have to tell you, I just appreciate you calling in. You're in a situation with Pakistan nearby, and there's so much news over here right now about what's going on over there, and it's almost like we're fighting.
Everything is on the news.
Well, give me an example. Are the locals more? Are we, as they say, winning the hearts and minds? Best you can tell.
Well, put it this way: the locals that come on post, they're these guys. Yeah, okay, you have the 10% rule. You always have the 10% rule, but these guys are risking their families' lives and their lives for coming on post and working with Americans. So they love us down here because they know if we leave, then the Taliban's going to come back in. So they're happy for us here because we provide the protection for them. So yeah, we're winning the minds.
Well, you said 10% rule. For those that don't know what that is, give me a description. What do you mean?
I live by the 10% rule. You always have to be 10% smarter than the equipment you're working with, and you always out of the 10 people, there's always one person that's going to mess it up for everybody else.
So you're watching your own back and those of your fellow contractors and soldiers, so that we can get the mission done. You see that there's been some improvements. You mentioned the infrastructure. At least you've got somewhere to bounce to when bombs start coming lobbing in and what have you. Any other? Let me ask you a general question regarding what the folks back here in the States can do. Are there specific things? You know, AVET Project has our EEB. That's the Empowerment Equipment Box. It's an enhanced care package program. What are some of the things that you need? And we'll get some contact information and we'll get some care packages sent over your way. But what are some of the immediate needs you guys and gals have over there?
I tell you what, baby wipes is always a plus. They're always a plus. Never get enough of those. But Karen does have my address, and I told him, if your listeners, you can put my address out. I don't want to do it. I wouldn't
Not a problem. Not a problem.
But yeah, if the listeners want to send anything, that's fine. They can use my address. And we're on a small file. It's not that big, but the PX, the bad guys know when their trucks come in, so supplies for that run below sometimes. So if it's, things like just
like socks, coffee, what? Just
not like that. More like personal hygiene stuff. If they want to send treats out that I can put up in the NWR tent for them, I'm tell them don't send no chocolate because we are still hitting in the hundreds up here during the day, and that's stuff melts. But stuff like that is always great for these soldiers, service members.
Yeah, and
almost anything from the home, even if it's just a small letter saying, "Hey, thanks for what you're doing." A service member looks at that and they bring a smile to you. I know it always. I know when I served and I did my 4 tours in Iraq, 2 in Afghanistan, we used to always get letters from school children. And when you're pounding the street for 12 hours and you come back and then you see this little box with letters, it changes your mindset real.
That's outstanding. Bill, this is Glenn, and I wanted to take the opportunity to thank that the statement you just made a few minutes ago, and that was, don't believe what you read in the news. That, folks, listen to that. That's been time immemorial. That's been a true statement about our actions in conflict and wars with the enemy. It was true in Vietnam. It was true in World War II. It was true in Korea. True, I'm sure, in World War I, II, and certainly true now. And Bill's given you some of the right up front, down to earth. This is it, really information. And here we are again on American Warrior Radio, bringing you the stuff right from the front lines, and it's very valuable, and I'm so proud to have you on here, Bill. And what kind of information did you get when you got out of the military about veterans benefits, and do you feel that was adequate?
Well, when I got out, things were different in my deployments, but it's a good thing. I don't really want to, hype on that, but all I really want to say is God bless me and bring me down here. I know there was 2 people I talked to when I came down here, and that was God first before I took this job, and then, of course, Mr. Rose. I wanted to have a job when I came back. But, my main, I don't know, a lot of these contractors down here just for the money, but with me, I get to interact with the soldiers, and I get to talk with the soldiers, and I had a really good conversation with the National Guard just before yesterday, and, those things was great. I have Garen, I always have Garen I can count on, and I also have the other veterans groups that I'm a part of. If I don't know the answer, I can get the answer for them, and so, I don't want to go into a conversation of, that I don't know a lot about. Of course, we do what we do, and when we come home, it's not all on the military, because when we get home, I'm not going to lie, when we get home, the first thing we want to do is see our families. We're not worried about that medical or what we're entitled to or whatnot until it's too late. But,
Well, Bill, I want to thank you for joining us. We're coming up on the end of the program, but we want to touch base with you again. And as Glenn said, you're giving the straight poop from the front lines, folks. You're hearing from a man who's dedicated a great portion of his life to serve this country. He's back over there in a different capacity, but you hear the earnestness in his voice and how he wants to serve and how he is serving and even interacting with the National Guardsmen and the other uniformed soldiers and sailors. Bill, thank you so much. Look for some good stuff to come from not only listeners of American Warrior Radio, but AVET Project too, and hope to touch base with you again soon. Be safe over there. We'll talk with you again soon, Bill.
All right. God bless you. You guys be safe.
Thank you much. Cool. And Glenn, I can't emphasize enough how important it is for the audience, the listenership, to hear from the guys and gals on the front lines.
Oh, absolutely. That's why I wanted to foot stomp what Bill was saying for you, and particularly don't believe what you read in the news because it's not accurate.
I think that's a really good point. Folks, this has been a really robust episode of American Warrior Radio, I want to get a shout out real quick to Rolling Thunder. They just did a POW MIA Recognition Day on Patrick Air Force Base where they hoisted a POW MIA flag at the General, the new 45th Space Wing Commander's house, and it was a great success. You can take a look at that online too. We just appreciate you all visiting with us on American Warrior Radio today. Be safe, be strong. We love America, and always, Glenn,
Don't forget, think of that.
ready.